next on the docket that I wanted to bring up, excuse me, was the idea. We had this conversation. The idea of men and women being friends. The idea of men and women being friends. Some people said, hell no, men and women cannot be friends at all. And also, they was also out about the idea of a man being friends with a woman is the fact that it can actually grow into a relationship. And then from that relationship goes a little bit further to either walking down the aisle or, as a shout out to Amber from IRL, you proposing to me today, we in the courthouse the next business day, and now we're officially married on paper. The men, because usually, I'll keep it gender neutral. I hear more men saying this right now, but if I have to really go back and think about it in totality, it's about a fair balance. Hey, Alexa.
For lots of sun, with a high of 86 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 67 degrees.
Yeah, thank you for the weather update that I didn't ask, which is actually good because I don't have to wear the hoodie tomorrow. So, the idea that men can't be friends with women. Let me start with that. The reason why men believe that they cannot be friends with men, also on YouTube, I dropped a link. If you guys want to pull up, you're more than welcome to. The idea that men cannot be friends with women, I always ask them, why can you not be friends with the woman? And it's always gonna go down to the obvious. Everything's physical, eyes, I'm gonna want to fuck. I can't have no friends that are attractive. I'm gonna end up fucking them. Which is you also saying that if you do have a female friend, she's very unattractive, and that's the only reason why you keep her around you is because of sex. They say it's in a man's nature, and I guess vice versa for the women. See, here's something that I've always said. I've always believed. I didn't find the right words to articulate until probably in the last 2 years. What is the big difference between men and animals? Rules, standards, principles, belief system, whatever. That separates men from animals. Animals, now, yeah, as you go to the wild, you go to nature, animals are going to do what animals do. And the strongest wins. When people say men move off of nature, all that's saying is you have no self-restraint. And if I really want to go there and really make it really, my favorite YN is in the building.
Hey, Chris. What's up, content?
What's up?
What's up, respect?
So,
good afternoon. Y'all in here doing?
Simulcast. We on YouTube right now.
Oh, y'all, what y'all podcasting?
Yeah, the link up top, that's me on YouTube. So you finally get to see how I look, and I look like every single photo that I posted. I wish I could say the same for people on this app, but that's neither here nor there.
Clock that, T. What you talking about on your podcast today?
Right now, I want to talk about the idea of, the first topic was about transactional marriage, the idea that if you don't have fuck you money or wake up money, you don't need to be talking about transactional marriage. And if you're not self-sufficient or independent, you shouldn't be in a relationship. That was the first topic. The current topic right now is when it comes to the idea of men and women being friends, why do people believe that that's not possible? I said, if you're gonna move off of a nature, that means you have no real principles to stand on, no morals to hold you back, and no foundation to keep you in the borders of how to operate. So anybody that says it's a man's nature, or even women um, as well, it's like, so all right, thank you for being honest. That means I can't be around you, because that means at any time you can move off your nature, and that's going to compromise what I have going on, and you can't be around me personally. So that's the topic we on. But what you think, Yums?
I like the topic of the men and women being friends conversation. I think I hear that a lot, especially on Clubhouse. A lot of people say that they can't be friends with a woman, and a lot of women say they can't just be friends with a man, or a man just doesn't want to be friends with them. And sometimes it's a specific age group or a specific demographic of people that have this perspective. But I do believe that men and women can maintain a platonic relationship where nobody is trying to just have sex with each other, or we don't got to date. We can still bring value. And I think it goes to speak to how we look at each other as a whole. You know what I mean? Like how men view women and how women view men. If you don't see like value or purpose inside of this person outside of like sex and intimate relationships, it really speaks a lot to character. I think that's an interesting conversation. You need to open that wide open for sure.
Yeah, because we talked about that. I think maybe a week or two ago, and just to bring it back, excuse me, just to bring it back, is the fact that I always hate when men say none of my female friends can be attractive because I'm gonna end up fucking one of them or whatever. And also the idea that if you have attractive female friends, you must be gay. You haven't slept with any of them. So I always found that to be, it's like when people say a certain group of people are predators, it's shit like that gives them credence, and I gotta sit back and be like, this is why I tell people to stop talking. Or at the bare minimum, don't speak for me, because you're gonna make me look bad. And I don't want people to think what you're articulating is my belief system, which it's not. I can have plenty of I've been surrounded by attractive females, especially for my adult life. I could count on one hand how many times we slept together, and that's only because that is a mutual decision that we decided. No coercing, no putting anybody in an uncomfortable position. That's something we did. But other than that, our friendship wasn't based off of that. And the fact that some people say it has to be, it also goes to the part of them saying women are good for one thing, and I don't agree with that at all. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that it's also probably like a lack of discipline on both sides as well. I think people are kind of over sexualized or hypersexual. So, when they see attractive people, it's a few things. Like this question is like, that's a very, very loaded topic. So I really appreciate it. Hey, Elegant, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, girlie. How are you? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling real good. I just finished my dinner. I'm drinking me a little wine. I'm chilling.
Right, I'm still cooking mine. I made a roast, so it's taking a little long, but I'm just letting it flow.
How you ladies doing this evening?
Hey, Content. I came in here to see how you was doing. I'm so glad to see you on the app.
Yeah, I was wondering where you was at.
Yeah, I just life be lifing.
Hey.
But also to Chris, to what you were saying though, do you think that it's a discipline thing as well? Or on the other side too, I think it's the fact that some people not used to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you meet a woman and she's not used to being around a man that has a certain amount of resources, or she's not used to being around men that are down to earth and they see you valuing her outside of like trying to fuck her, they can like literally just genuinely be around her and be themselves. Some people not used to being around those type of people, and I think it's the same thing with men. When they see attractive women, they don't want to just be friends with that attractive woman because they're not used to that.
Right.
You're exactly right, because sheep come in the sheep clothing and the wolves come in the sheep clothing. So once you meet one wolf, it's hard to not think that everybody else isn't just a wolf in disguise as well. And you're exactly right. I've met a lot of women in my life that just couldn't believe that a man wasn't just trying to get their panties the first night. And you know, when you tell them like, okay, yeah, I'm a man, I love to have sex, but I'm not looking to, every time I meet a woman, I'm just trying to sleep with you. That's why some women have been surprised before when I turned them down. It's just like, I don't even know you. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie and say I have never had a one-night stand. But if I meet a woman who's just eager to sleep with me, I think it's a setup. I think something is going on. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But there are some women, they will take that and be like, what's wrong with you? You don't want this, everybody wants. You kind of get what I'm saying? So
right.
I think there are a lot of women who aren't used to men who don't have alternative motives, if you get what I'm saying. So when they meet these dudes, it's like, no, you're not like that, you're lying. Because I've heard women say, it's not that they don't like good.
Hey, Content, you're in the Matrix.
He was saying exactly what I was trying to say. He was cooking too.
Yeah. Yeah, Content, you can hear us. You just walked into the Matrix, man. Well, we're just gonna let him. Well, we're gonna let him be able to fight his way out of that. Elegant. The question on the today is conversation we had for the past couple of weeks. Is the idea of right now, can men and women be friends? Obviously, I say yes. I'm a walking testament to that. That men and women. Oh, hey, Content, you was in the Matrix the whole time, man. I just want to let you know you was in the Matrix. So whenever you're ready, just come back off the mic and I'll give you the mic. But Elegant.
Can y'all hear me now, or am I still in the Matrix?
No, we can hear you now.
We can hear you, Content.
What I'm saying is, I like what Young said, because pretty much to sum it up, is sometimes you battling with people's insecurities. So I remember I recently, you ever run back into somebody that you used to talk to, and you be like, damn, you be trying to remember like why y'all stopped talking? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I ran back into this woman that I used to talk to, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Chris. Them yams was yamming, the skin was glowing. You know what I'm saying? And like I rarely ever go to City Trends, but I'm gonna tell you, City Trends has always been my go-to spot to get cheap socks and underwear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm cheap. So, and I rock Curve cologne. So if I go to City Trends, if I pop in City Trends, I'm there to buy both socks for cheap, underwear, and sometimes I grab me some Curve cologne.
You can also find some nice home decor items in there too, by the way. That he has.
No, for sure.
Or bathroom stuff, but yeah.
So I'm a cologne connoisseur. So if any of y'all were ever to come to my house, you would be like, where the fuck did you get all this stuff? Like, I've been literally collecting cologne since I was 18 years old. I easily have at least 200 different bottles of cologne, like, for sure. Right. So the point that I'm saying is, like, I got at least, like, 12 different types of Vans. I got, like, at least 12 different types of creeds. Some of these motherfuckers is $400 a bottle, along with like regular shit like Curve and No Shaker bottle, like regular stuff. But long story short, I go up into City Trends and I'm like, man, let me give me some socks and some cologne. I run into her. She happened to be in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And she buys stuff for her son. We exchange numbers and we get on the phone, and I instantly realize why me and her stopped talking. It's because she got severe fucking trust issues. abuse. This woman then told me that she don't believe anything that come out of a nigga mouth. Nothing. Ma'am, I can't.
Damn.
She didn't told me that. But she had a fucked up father. She been fucked over by different dudes. But she literally told me that. She was like, she don't trust anything a man say to her.
Yeah, if you got that type of trust issue because of what you've been through, I understand, and I don't. All I'm gonna say is that maybe being by yourself is the best, because what you're gonna do is self-sabotage the relationship, and we're about to get in. That's gonna be the next topic we're about to get into, because you have something that, because man after man, whether it be your father, whether it be your brother, grandfather, uncles, whoever, they damage you to the point to where you can't trust nothing a man is saying. I think being in a relationship with a man is probably not the best outcome for you. So unless you're going to actually go be with another woman, I strongly suggest you really be by yourself.
No, but I appreciate a person that can come out and say that they're struggling or battling with dating because of X, Y, and Z, so they choose to opt out. And that's why I don't think that people should downplay a person. Like, I know we got these people out here that everybody healing and everybody spiritual and religious and they trying to find God and all of that shit like that. But I do think it's a different side to that. I do think that there are people that actually recognize that they have a problem when it comes to dealing with other people. And I say that because I was one of those people. I tell people all the time, like, before like getting in a relationship, I understand that the attitude is something that I need to work on. The way that I talk to people is something that I need to work on. So before I get into a relationship and fuck over like the relationship or curse out a good man or have a bad attitude towards a good man, I would rather work on that before getting, deep in or into a committed relationship. And I think that would be appreciated by most men. Instead of you getting in there, damaging him, wreaking havoc on his life, especially if it's a peaceful being, a peaceful person, he's not bringing any drama to you, or vice versa. If you're a peaceful woman and this man recognizes that he's still dealing with certain things, like, and it doesn't take away from their character, because some of these people actually do be good people. They just have flaws about themselves that they recognize needs to be fixed before they actually start getting into something serious. So I can appreciate the woman that says, I have trust issues, I have problems with trauma. I respect that woman because she's letting you know what's going on out the gate, so you have the option to take part in it or you have the option to opt out. It's the ones that fake the funk, for me, that makes it difficult for dating. They put on this image like they're just, everything is okay, nothing is wrong, I'm healed, I can date, I can do all of these things, and then months down the line, the mask starts to come off. Like, she starts to reveal herself, or he starts to reveal himself, and it's a totally different person. So I definitely respect the person that's forthcoming about how they are out the gate.
And once somebody tell you that they fucked up, the only thing that you should be doing is exiting stage left. Because the sad part about this is this. Somebody will be fucked up and they will tell you that, hey, I'm fucked up. But they still want you to show up as a whole, complete person. And that's kind of fucked up, right? Because now you have to, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to be proving my loyalty every day. Because there's going to come a time when people are going to have the ability to influence you. You get what I'm saying? And the worst thing that somebody can do is be in a situation to where they always have to prove themselves to somebody who don't trust them. Because it's like, now, how can I trust somebody that don't trust nobody? That means that you're more susceptible to be easily influenced to go against the grain. You kind of get what I'm saying? And at that point, it's like, I don't want to call it a liability, but it's going to always boil down to a power dynamic to where, for the relationship to stay together, you're going to have to be the person fighting to keep the relationship together, if that makes sense. Get what I'm saying? But that's only if
The person is not willing to fix whatever it is about themselves that is an issue. Like, and I think that some things can't be worked with. Because if we being real, it's going to be something about every situation and every relationship that you don't like. And it's not just like a relationship with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife. You got friendships that it's something about your friend that you be like, damn friend, like if you could just get this one thing together, you would be top tier. Like just work on that. And they could actually actively be working on it, but that's something like whatever that something is, it may not be something that can be fixed overnight. Like it takes time, it takes progress, it takes unlearning certain behaviors, relearning certain things. So you just gotta be mindful of those things as well. It's no relationship that you go into, friendships, relationships, co-workerships. No, none of that shit is gonna be 100% tenfold. You know what I mean?